a vertical menu. If you want to make it a horizontal menu, what you'll have to do is make it inline block. So block inline. That won't do it. Let's move on with the next one. So that is the vertical menu display block with this set. That is what they're explaining here. All that. If you have a current active link, you can use the dot active. For dot active, you can have a different color. And then you have to mark one of them as you're creating a class called active and doing it. Dot active, they're given a different color. A dot active. And it's not letting you go however that. That's the idea there. Okay, a basic idea, nothing much. You can put borders, all that what we tried, no issue at all. If you were to make it, remember we learned position. If you were to use a sticky side navigation, the navigation remains, the others can move around it. Don't spread it. So your UL, everything is built. Then you have a div, you are fixing it. This side you have fixed it. And the rest of the text is going to, this is margin left 25%. You're leaving some padding. If you increase this padding, it will go gap. This is your list. Okay. Below that, you create a div. And here, position is fixed. The UL position is fixed. If you remove that, what happens? Then the below sections will come after that. Margin left 25%, they have left. Okay. Okay, then the horizontal bar. What happens with the horizontal bar? Li elements are displayed in line. Li elements getting display in line. Let's try that and see. So Li elements get display in line. Can we try inline block? Displayed in line. Same logic as before for the rest. Then you can even float the elements to the left. Another way is to, tell me.
So it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. What did you float? I floated the Li, not the A.
No, sir, the display inline part.
Let's see. It. Okay, now you can share. Can't see that small. Okay, display, what is that? Do you have for the LIA? Because you have for the LIA display block, that's why. Did it work? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Must be some petty. I know if that logic earlier, if we just made this display block, what happened? But then it was causing a problem, no? So it's a bit funny there. Display, we have to put block for the A element, but here we are putting for the Li as in line. Okay. Another way is to use the float. Okay, so list type none, padding 0, overflow hidden, whatever that does, display block, and you just float them. If you don't float it, they come like this. If you say display because they were blocks or display float left, I think we can even, did we look at flex the last time? We can even use flex in that way. So there's so many different ways that you can do the same task. If only the question was very particular about using a list, you have the option of doing it in whichever way you are comfortable in doing it. Okay, this navigation bar so far has always been written questions where they show you the code and they ask you what is the effect of it. It has not come in a question 4 in detail. If at all a simple list you can create. So that is the idea there. Okay. Did we discuss flex the last time? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So let's go back to this one and remove this display in line. I'm just having this list. Why is it? You have to have them display as block. This is what I asked. What if we put display block here? You put display block there. I think you have to put the width also there. Padding also there. See that. I just put UL display flex. Yeah. You just say UL display flex even, it will automatically get them next to each other. Okay, so we'll come to flex in another exercise. I mean, I'll clear this and we'll do the flex. So the basic idea in this exercise is when you have a list of links, we put the links between Li elements. And if you want horizontal menu, you change the display to block for the Li elements. If you want a vertical menu, you put the display block for the A element. If you don't put it also, it will still come nicely in one line a piece. But sorry, now we have put the display flex. Only thing, yeah, padding and everything is now starting to cause problems. So, but simple question 4 and all, where the marks are not for high-end list, don't spend too much time on this. You can just go through the normal way of doing it. I have realized in school also, when you are learning, when the students are learning so many different things, sometimes they are getting confused. But I have to teach you the different options. A question 4 you can do without using precision and all that. We've already learned all that. Okay, but this is also one of the possibilities. Okay, so that is to deal with lists. Is that okay? All right. Then moving on to, I'll just explain you the use of flex as simple as possible. Imagine you have three elements, any three elements. Let's put main, sorry, article. This is an article, section. This is a section, aside. This is aside. So obviously they have, to see it, we need to have different colors. I'm going to just could have been three div elements even. You just have three elements. Okay. So now if you want them to appear next to each other, okay, what we have to do is have a parent element for these. So I am going with the main as the parent element for these three article, section, and aside. And I'm going to put a style for the main, display flex. So what does it done? It automatically converts those three elements inside to inline elements, and they are occupying one line. So an easy way of getting things next to each other. Okay. So let's jump to that flex in CSS. Here you go. I'll give you time to do it. They, of course, make matters complicated by declaring a container class and wrapping all that. But the idea is we have three classes, 1, 2, 3. So you can, 1 and 2, they are inside. So if you make it bigger, here now it comes to one line. Otherwise it's in two line, and they are using responsive web page also. They are told you unnecessarily they're complicated. We don't need to go through all that. We can just simple use of the way I did it is more than sufficient, I think. So if you were to give percentages, say uh, width is 50%, let's say. So you can see that it will take 50% of the width. So width of 25%, and a width of 25%. So it comes to one line. If you didn't have this display flex, they would have not come to one line together. So you might think we can just use display inline and even display inline or block inline and also get it to one line. You are right, it can be done that way as well. This is offering a very simple idea. You don't have to set inline for all the elements. You just put display flex, and if there is room, it will try and occupy it into one line. Alternatively, you could have even just done what we already know, float left. All the three, if we float left even, they will come next to each other. Only thing we have to write the float style for all three elements and any other element we are going to add in future. Whereas display flex was giving you, still in the no? You have to make it inline as well, otherwise. Sometimes it plays havoc. Easy way is just have flex. Yes, if you reduce it, of course, so it's still wherever it can, it is managing it. Okay. So can you try that, children? Can you try this code?